Hello guys, welcome back. So yesterday we have done a video on building a business greeting card app. So many of them texted me, okay, do a dedicated video on session as well. We are facing too many problems, how to upload the files, what is a lab, how to do a lab, and many other things. So we'll as short as possible, as soon as possible in a small time I will going to explain you what is this and how to do this. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's start today's video. As we told, let's jump into the courses and see how to do session labs and how to upload the files. So it will be a long video to everything at a same single video like session 1 to session 5. So what I'm doing, I will be doing two parts. One session 1, session 2 and session 3 in the first part and session 4 and 5 in the second part. Okay. So let's go to the courses. In courses, major problem is in Android app development. So let me go to the first session. In tutorials and all, we have no issues, and just we have to see the links, we have to see the PDFs and do mark as complete. We'll go to resources and go to to-dos, and you can see a session one lab. A session one lab. So basically, lab is the thing. The session one lab is the thing that we have to do and practice in the lab session which they have given. And the second one to do's, which is AADK, which is Android App Development Kickstart, is the thing that we have to practice to gain more knowledge about the Android Studio or the Kotlin or the programming language that we are going to do in the internship. So we have to do what we have to practice is the lab thing. So what they have given here, it is practice writing code that uses variables, strings, templates, functions, and lists. Lab 1 is focused on building Kotlin foundation. The goal here is to understand variables, string templates, functions, and lists. Started by declaring variable using val and var. So val is a variable which is a constant which cannot be changed over time, whereas the var variable is used to change. So when it is used, so I have already submitted the task. So let me show you the PDF or the report. If you want the report, I will put all the reports in a GitHub link and post it in the description of this video so you can go and refer it. So you can see here the val I have declared the initial value as 10 and the var I have declared the current score. So initial value which I have declared here cannot be changed over time, whereas the current value var can be changed over time. Okay. The second thing you can see is inside the main function, I did not do any operations. Okay, I just called the functions like the calculate progress functions and summarize topics. This what it does is it does two things. One, your code will be clean and it is easy to debug. So if you are facing an error in the calculation process, you don't want to check the entire code. You have to just come to the function where you declare the calculate progress and you have to check the error. So minimizing the code is also important. So first in your report, you have to see that whether did you meet all the requirements. So first what I have told users of variables. Did you use variables? Yes, we have used the variables here. Okay. Second thing is did you use string templates? Yes, we used a string template. This everything what you have mentioned in double quotes are called strings. Okay. That you use string templates and use functions and lists. Okay, where did you use functions? The every single thing that you have written here is the functions. So here is the list, mutable list of strings. So in your report, just think, put your name, put your what what session it is, and paste the code. That's it. That's how you do a report. So session ADK task 1 is the fundamental. This is only of learning. What extra from the lab you have to learn. Okay. So session 1, the focus shifts that pure Kotlin into understanding ecosystem. So basically, you cannot just go and code in any platform. You have to understand how that platform work, how the ecosystem work, how it is compatible with other things. So session 1 ADK task is to understand how this platform works, how UI UI is built, how others users can use. For example, the app users may be disabled people also and not disabled people also. So you have to do apps such a way that both can use. And the main activity file in a Kotlin is where the center hub, where everything is written, where everything is connected. So you have to mainly know what all things does a main activity contains. So this is about session one. Let's go to session two now. Let it load. Yeah, some it will be every time it will be under maintenance. So let it load for some time. Yeah. This session two is all about set up an Android file and Studio. So we'll directly go to to-dos and create a simple Kotlin program that generates student performance report based on their marking using functions, loops, and conditions. So first thing in session one, you have learned how to do variables, how to declare variables, how to write a function. Now using that variables, we have to use loops in that. So it creates a complete program that can solve a issue. So session 2 lab is creating of student performance report. This focus is on logic building. Okay, how you build a logic. Loop to literate through list of marks. So loop is used, why it is used? It is used for two things. One, to see the list of students. So one, roll number two, roll number three, all the students. The second thing, the conditions where it comes is if roll number one has more than 35 score in a subject, that means he passed in that subject. If it is less than 35, he failed in that subject. So this is how you use loops and conditions in the program. So again, I have already submitted the task. Mainly in the lab session, you can see a calculate average function and calculate grade function. Calculate average function is to see the average whether he passed or he failed in certain subjects. Whereas calculate grade function is used to grade him whether he is an A plus, A, B, B plus, C, C plus. Okay, this is the way. This lab strengthens logic thinking, which is essential before moving to UI based development. So this is basically have giving a bridge how to create an app and understand it step by step. Okay. So session 2 ADK task is all about Jetpack Compose and the UI toolkit that Android Studio provides us. So mainly, we have layout primitives such as row, column, boxes, vertical lining, horizontal lining. You can see we have used these things in the business greeting card app, and we also have the modifiers such as padding, fill, max width, and size, everything. So I will give every report that I have made in my GitHub. You can go and see there. Okay. Then it's also, as I told earlier, it builds a bridge between a logic and visualizing an app. So it's just a step-by-step process to understand how an Android Studio works. Now, let's come to the real deal where the real visualization starts to build a basic layout. So we built two things in this. One thing is we build a birthday greeting card app, and second thing is we build just a greeting card app like hi your name. It's just like so here you can see I did not complete this session. You can see these videos These videos, everything is from Android Studio, their original channels. You have the links as well, so okay, you can help it. How to start an lab? That's a big. First, you have to click start. When you click start, it will come like this, a green button, submit task. And if you go to labs, you will see what you have to do. So here, if you see correctly, you can see, I guess, profile card console student template. You have to create a student template, profile card. So what all things, there should be a class called profile. Okay. There should be a function called render avatar. There should be another function called render text block. And there is another function called render profile. So they have already given what all things should be there in your code, and you should you can do practice writing the whole code. You can write small segments of the code and see the output as well. They are not telling to do everything and submit once again. They are telling use this as a platform and hone your skills. Practice here, spend more time so you can understand. When the projects you will do by your own, you will understand everything. So they have also given the output how they want to see this. So here is the output. And to do, as I told, there should be a class called profile, a function called render avatar. There should be a text block, profile, and a main function. Main function is, of course, it is needed to call all the functions. So there is a resource. Sorry, let's go to to-dos and submit task. You can complete this task by two things. For example, I have the code for the third session. I will copy the code. I will go back to labs, and here I will paste the whole code. Now this is the whole code. You can run the code and see the output of this code. Okay. So if you want to do a report on that, you can copy this code as I did here, and go to Word file, create a report, convert it to PDF, and you can upload, or else you can download here as well. So if you download, you can see it will download like this. Okay. So you can paste it as well. So if you go to resources and to-dos, you can submit the task. Here also you have the two things. One is the PPT or the PDF version, or you can put a Jupyter notebook or code file link as well. Okay, you can just paste the link of the Jupyter notebook, or you can put it in a GitHub or whatever it is and paste the link. Or if you want a simpler form, you can put a file and click on add file as well, and click when the add file you will create, it will come here and mark as complete. So let's go to the session three's ADK task, which is the compose text. A combined text and image compose to create a visual balance screen. So basically a birthday greeting app. So provide a proper content description of the image to support the screen renders. So you can see a visualized image as well and read what that image says as well. A control spacing and alignment using modifiers to maintain clean UI hierarchy. As I told, using of padding, using of size, using of space, different functions. You have to clear a friendly UIs so that user can easily work on it, and he loves to do or spends more time on it. Okay. The task helps in building visualized, optimized, accessible, composed screen. So basically, the lab is what you practice inside the website or the lab session, and the ADK task is what you will be practicing in your Android Studio, or you will be searching outside in a browser, everything, and come create a report, and you can submit here. So this was about session 1, 2, and 3. I will be doing part 2 for the session 4 and 5 as well. For that, subscribe the channel, and if you have liked the video, just give a thumbs up. It will support me a lot. And if you have any questions related to this, please put it in a comment box so I can make a dedicated video on that. And yeah, till the next question arrives, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.